Next on this special edition of Bikinis and Boardwalks.
You're God's gift to man.
We've got the top spots on planet Earth. Locations so exotic, so remote. The only way in is a boat ride and $3.
It's total paradise.
The new must-go down south. That started with a tiny crustacean.
Is it shrimping or is it shrimping?
A beach down under, where the adrenaline's always going hard.
It's raw, it's rough, it's organic.
And gotta love the boardwalk that offers up this. We'll take you where the rich and gorgeous come to play.
Truly land of the beautiful.
12 different locations.
Oh, good, man.
That share one mighty compelling trait. They're all the world's best bikinis and boardwalks. We begin in the only place on Earth that's got a bikini named after it.
Brazilian bikinis, they're God's gift to man. There's more skin.
We're in South America on the legendary beaches and boardwalks of Rio de Janeiro.
Rio's like no other place on Earth.
It's like a feeling, a different feeling. When you are here, you are happy. You are never sad here.
The happiness stretches on for a steamy 25 miles with 12 different beaches. None more iconic than the leave all inhibitions behind Copacabana.
Everywhere you go, it's, samba beats happening. Mine might not have been ready, but my body it said, no, you got to go down there and dance a little bit.
My friend's story did not waste any time jumping in, dancing with the carnival girls. We have some videos that we won't let him live this down.
I think that salsa went a little better in my head than it came out in real life. Oh, God.
Even the boardwalks in Rio have attitude, looking more like artwork than sidewalks. And there's no better way to see them than soaring 1,500 feet high.
I'm about to do what most people will not do, which is go jump off the edge of a cliff.
Here you go, 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 go.
Katie's an American backpacker getting the most out of her last day in Brazil.
Okay. You got it, Katie.
It's all you, Kate.
You
It's all
got this.
you.
You got it. You are going to take care of me, right?
I will.
Yes? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stand on the edge. I was terrified. Because all you see a big cliff.
1, 2, 3, go, 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 go.
The second you go off, the wind picks you up so quickly that you feel weightless. You really do feel like a bird. And now I just would like a beer.
Lucky for Katie, she's in the clubbing capital of South America. When the sun sets in Rio, the bikini-clad crowds move from the beaches to the more than 100 bars.
The beer is the perfect sample of what we call pé sujo, which is like a 30-foot kind of bar. You get out of the beach and you come straight here for a beer with your sandy feet.
Want to party like a local? Skip the beer and order a caipirinha. It's lime, sugar, and a wildly sweet rum made from sugarcane juice.
You can't come to Brazil without having a caipirinha. This is the national drink. Tourists, locals, everyone loves this.
What's not to love? After dark, or soaking up the Brazilian sun. Rio's a party like no other.
If my passport didn't get me back home, I'd stay here happily. I love it, yeah.
From Rio, let's head north to the world's largest boardwalk and America's first. Opened in 1870, it's a wooden throwback more than 4 miles long. With Jersey girls as far as the eye can see.
Oh, I lost my top completely. Yeah, I did too. So definitely different attire when you surf.
We're in Atlantic City, on the southern coast of New Jersey. Locals call this the Shore. History remembers it as a gangster's paradise. Throughout the 1920s and 30s, mobsters like Al Capone and Lucky Luciano prowled the boards. It was the age of prohibition, and they were getting rich, smuggling booze and running back alley games. But more than 80 years later,
we're not the crime-driven, dirty city anymore. It's a place for entertainment. It's a place for adventure.
Gambling and drinking are now legal, and the Atlantic City Boardwalk draws 30 million visitors a year.
Atlantic City's just fun.
Don't want to spend the day on the beach? Hit the amusement park on the world-famous Steel Pier with more than a dozen thrill rides.
Let's hope I don't puke.
You can be a human slingshot, rocketing 230 feet in the air at more than 100 miles an hour. Or you can stay grounded and let America's finest take over the skies. Called Thunder Over the Boardwalk, the Army and Air Force pair up for an air show 12,000 feet up. The paratroopers fall like comets at 120 miles an hour. And while we're talking about best of the best,
It's big. It's real big.
gotta mention Tony Baloney's and their Slaughter Stack Pizza.
You leave here and there's not stuff dripping down your arm, we have a huge problem.
Owner Mike the Butcher created the Slaughter Stack. It's a pizza on top of a pizza on top of a pizza. 10 meats, 10 cheeses, a gluttonous 15 pounds.
God.
The pie's so big, it's got its own challenge.
But these are the Atlantic City street rules on competitive eating. No utensils at all. 30 minutes, this pie has got to go down and nothing can come up. If it comes up, you put it right back down. You feel me? 1, 2, 3. Look at this, guys. This girl is schooling you guys. Yo, we're on the home stretch. Everybody get up. Home stretch. 3, 2, eat it. Let's go one more bite, last bite. That's it.
From Atlantic City and its gut-busting pizza, we go halfway around the world to an island known as the Gateway to Paradise.
You have everything. You can both relax, do stuff, and go out.
We're in the Philippines, an hour from Manila Bay by seaplane, on the tropical island of Boracay.
Boracay is definitely a hot spot. It's great, man.
Barely 4 square miles, it's the new hotspot for the adrenaline depraved.
Great vibe, good parties.
Cliff diving, kayaking, drinking. We love Boracay!
When I first arrived in Boracay, there was not even electricity. There was not even concrete buildings.
Locals say everything changed in 1970 when a Hollywood movie crew spotted the island.
A fantastic place like this, you cannot keep it secret.
Now, even the raft rides are hardcore adventure, lifting you more than 10 feet off the water at 25 miles an hour.
The whole front end's flipping over you. You got your friends like sliding into you, and all you're thinking is just hold on as much as you can. It's about pride out there. You don't want to be the first one off. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
But to really catch air, there's no place like Ariel's Point. With 5 different platforms, it's one of the top cliff diving spots on Earth.
After you, my lady. I'm gonna do this crazy jump with my friend Emily. Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it, because if I think that I'm scared, I'm just getting more scared. Oh, then someone jumped and it jumped in the very... It hurt.
Not helping is the fact that they're starting at the top, 5 stories up.
I was really nervous and I was shaking. But then I just felt I can't stand here deciding I will have to do it. So I just did it. And it was awesome.
Unless you're Emily.
You can do this.
She's gone from scared
Cheers.
to terrified.
It looks so easy when other people are doing it. You can do it! I was like, no, this is not gonna happen. It looks so easy when other people are doing it. No. How can I be so scared? You can do this.
Emily was hoping for one last thrill on the island of Boracay.
I walked out there, I was sure I was gonna do this. Got out and was like, boom.
No.
For an hour, she's up there stalling, 50 feet above the water.
I'm gonna regret this if I don't.
Until finally, a friend talks her down to the 10-footer below. The high stuff's her new excuse for coming back.
So now it's something to do on my bucket list.
We're on a quest for the top bikinis and boardwalks on the planet. From the rocky cliffs of Boracay, let's head 5,300 miles across the Pacific Ocean and get wrapped up in Hawaii's aloha spirit.
We say hello with a hug. None of this handshaking stuff.
Yeah, we just hug.
Yeah.
Our next stop is the North Shore, on the island of Oahu. Locals call it the real Hawaii.
Beautiful beaches, blue skies. It's a little laid back, we can say, you know.
Unless you're here for the 7-mile miracle. A stretch of raging swells and breaks like no other on Earth.
The surf is everything. I eat, breathe, sleep the waves.
Every November, when the waves are at their gnarliest, the Triple Crown surfing competition puts nearly $1 million on the line.
You come here and get one good wave and people see it, you automatically become a star.
Sonny's a big star, a 6-time champion of the Triple Crown. And 18-year-old Tatiana, she's got 12 titles, but none of them the Triple C.
I'm here on the North Shore just to get photos and exposure and hopefully get a main sponsor this year.
One of the guys taking those photos is North Shore native Brent Bielman.
Some people pick my camera up and they're like, oh man, that's so heavy, like how do you swim with that thing? You kind of just get used to it. I feel like I'm really blessed that I got to grow up on the North Shore. I get to, make a living taking photos and just overall, just spending time in the ocean. It's a really special thing.
Down the beach at Waimea Bay, Chicagoans Rachel and Eric are eyeing a giant 25-foot rock. Jumping off it's the latest thrill for non-surfers.
It's really shallow then. Yeah, that's what we heard. Like too shallow to jump, like, is that cool?
Have to time it with the weight.
Awesome.
Thanks. That didn't assure me at all.
I think getting your legs out of the way from potential snappage is probably the best thing. So I'm gonna tuck, okay? Maybe roll as soon as I hit the water.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
Kind of like when there's a fire.
Same concept. I think fire and water, yin and yang. So the same thing that works for a fire should work for water too. Once you jump off the rock, your brain kind of just shuts off for a second, and then the next second, you're hitting the water and you're thinking, where's the sand, and then where's air? Don't do it unless you're 100% positive about doing it.
I feel like if I don't do it, I'm gonna walk away and say to myself, why didn't I do this?
But at least you're walking away.
Once I saw the wave, I just thought, now or never. What am I gonna do? Leave Hawaii and be like, I was on top of the rock, and I didn't jump.
And gotta mention the team that keeps those waters safe. The North Shore lifeguards work some of the world's most vicious breaks.
I'm talking 25, 30-foot backs of waves, so we're talking like 50, 60, 70, 80-foot faces.
We get a lot of people that like to think that they can handle it, and unfortunately they can't.
The Coast Guard, even Navy SEALs, team up with these guys for training. World-class surf and lifeguards. What's not to love about the North Shore?
Throw your watch away. Just forget about time. Just hang out on the beach. That's your day. Just call it a day.
Rather spend your day on the mainland? Head to Cali and a 40-mile stretch of sunshine and sand called the OC, or Orange County.
Your life revolves around getting in the ocean and just salty hair all the time.
The beach towns here are the stuff of legends. With Huntington Beach in the north, Laguna Beach down south, and next to that, Dana Point.
So right going on here in Huntington Beach for a local pastor of a church up in Costa Mesa.
The surf culture's so strong along the OC.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Even the passing of a friend is honored from your board.
Everyone throws the lays into the center, and everyone just gets back into being connected with one another, and it's just a way of just paying that forward.
"30 minutes down the coast at Laguna Beach, there's some of the best skimboarding waves in the world.
People think that it's just all sliding on the sand back and forth, but we've really taken it from that level out into the ocean, into the currents, and we're getting like 10-foot face waves, and it's crazy.
15 minutes away at Doheny State Park in Dana Point, yet another group of boarders has taken over the beach. It's Battle of the Paddle, the largest stand-up paddleboard race on the planet.
Pretty much the race that started stand-up paddle racing as a sport.
19-year-old Connor Baxter's one of more than 1,000 competitors, dreaming of first place.
70% of these guys out here, I mean, are the fastest paddlers. To sit on top of them at only 19 years old would be pretty amazing.
It takes him 2.5 laps, but Connor pulls away from the pack. He's number 2 with just 30 seconds to catch the guy in front of him.
There's no room for error, you know, you fall, then your board goes to the beach and you're out of the race.
On the Cali coast, there's a 40-mile stretch of beach towns where the bikinis and board sports are world-class. It's the OC, Orange County, and today, a race called Battle of the Paddle has all eyes on Connor Baxter.
You know, with the waves and the luck involved out there, anybody can take it.
The 19-year-old's in second place, trying to win his second championship title.
This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most exciting races in the history of the Battle of the Paddle.
But on the final lap, opponent Kai Lenny pulls away. Connor will take second in style.
This gives me more reason to paddle harder for next year.
We've spent more than a year tracking down the best bikinis and boardwalks on the planet. Rio's on the list, so's Hawaii, and the top spot, Boracay. Next, we head to the very tip of the Baja Peninsula, in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Cabo is beautiful. The water is amazing here. It's nice and warm all year round.
It's so much fun. Right now.
This is where the Sea of Cortez meets the Pacific Ocean, making Cabo one hell of a fishing hole. Every October, the pros roll in for a 5-day, $2.9 million competition. It's the Bisbee's Black and Blue Tourney, the richest fishing event on Earth.
It's about a $1.5 million fish.
My father started the tournament 33 years ago. He really, put Cabo San Lucas on the map as a fishing destination.
On shore, thousands gather as the more than 100 teams haul in their catches.
For a guy like myself that makes a living doing this kind of stuff, these gentlemen, they take first place. This is what we all work toward.
Holy criminy, that's a fat fish.
It's kind of like a guy going to the World Series or the Super Bowl or something, 774! 774 pounds!
But be warned, spend all your time gawking at the fish, and you might miss this. A jetpack under your feet called the flyboard.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. As soon as I saw one video, I knew I had to set up this business. There's a special adapter for any jet ski to direct the water forward that comes out of a jet ski. Attach that to a huge double-walled fire hose, to wakeboard boots on top of a board, and up you go.
Oh, Kristen, look.
Kristen, Gina, and Marina came to Cabo for their best ever girls trip.
Every year we do a girls trip, and this year was our 30th birthday, so we wanted to go big. Happy birthday to us.
And going big means hitting the legendary Mango Deck. Known for totally salacious body shots.
Body shot!
Oh, get ready for the body shot. I hit my job.
A body shot consists of salt on your body, a lime in your mouth, and someone licking the salt off of your body and drinking the tequila. I was the one being licked. I don't want to go home. Everyone should spend their first week in their 30s in Cabo.
From Mexico, we jet to the Florida coast. And a spot just as wild as body shots.
South Beach has a level of sexy that you will not see anywhere else.
We're just off the coast of Miami, on a chain of islands known as the American Riviera. Just under 7 square miles, South Beach is a playground for the rich and gorgeous.
You are going to see beautiful women in bikinis, hot guys working out on the beach. It's truly land of the beautiful. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley. They're everywhere.
And when the partying starts, the scene's as hot as the Florida sun, with more than 140 clubs to choose from.
You can't lose on booze in South Beach. You can drink anywhere, by the pool, on the beach, in the street, on a rooftop, not in your car, on a bike.
Want something more intimate? Not to worry. South Beach has a new indulgence, and it could be their most decadent yet. On Miami's South Beach, where the bar's raised every day on what's sexy or not, you can get a hot Cuban delivered surfside. Sort of.
Cuban cigars are still illegal, so this is the closest thing you're going to get to a premium cigar.
The tobacco's from the Dominican Republic, the leaf, Connecticut. But the roll is all Monique.
After it's been rolled, I dip my finger into some sap, tree sap, and that's what we use as the glue to keep the whole thing together.
She works the beach with a group called the Cigar Dolls, the newest guilty pleasure on South Beach.
Latin girls rolling Cuban-style cigars, it's where it's at. It's the greatest, hottest thing ever.
From the one and only Rio de Janeiro to America's first in Atlantic City, we're circling the globe for the gotta-see-it Bikinis and Boardwalks. Places like the North Shore of Oahu, Santa Cruz, California, and Cabo San Lucas.
Body shot!
Oh, get ready for the body shot.
Next, we head down under to Bondi Beach. It's the most famous adrenaline-packed beach in Australia.
The great thing about Bondi Beach is the scenery. It's raw, it's rough, it's organic, and it has nature busting out all around you.
Hard to believe you're just 15 minutes from downtown Sydney, with a population of nearly 5 million people.
I absolutely love it. Everyone comes here on the weekends. It is crazy busy.
Everybody in the world who comes to Australia comes through Bondi Beach.
But not everybody makes it to the waves. The streets above Bondi are legendary for outrageous longboarding.
When you're skating, nothing's really going through your head. Everything's in slow motion, just flying down. And the people who come here from the States and stuff, when I take down my locals, they're a bit scared.
For those who'd rather take their chances in the water, Bondi's got a riptide that can be nasty, called the Backpackers Express. And there is a shark, a great big red one, that makes even the guys scream.
We got properly twisted around and soaking wet, did some nosedives, did some spins. It was pretty wild.
Yep, that's the world-famous Sydney Opera House blurring by. Called the Shark Attack, you're riding on a 700 horsepower engine, doing 360s at 50 miles an hour.
He gives us a warning, but it's not much of a warning. Before you know it, you've done almost a 360 with water spraying you in the face, and just the land spins before you can even take it in.
3, 2, 1.
But the biggest attraction on Bondi Beach by far is the people.
This is Bondi Beach Outdoor Gym. People from all over the world come to train here. It's all about exercising in the great outdoors next to the world's largest living thing, the Pacific Ocean.
They call themselves the Bar Brutes of Bondi. And they draw big crowds with their acro yoga.
Anything from 2 to 20 people can be involved, building human pyramids, balancing acts, spinning acts, twirling. Everybody loves it.
Outdoors, physical, and limited attire. It's just another day at the beach in Bondi. From Australia, we head back around the globe to one of America's most unexpected bikini-clad getaways.
I love the beach, the white powdery sand through my toes, the warm water. I feel like a hidden treasure.
Believe it or not, we're just an hour south of Mobile, in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Not a lot of people know that Alabama has a beach.
It's just great out here. Tons of fun.
Here, the fresh waters of Mobile Bay mix it up with the salt waters of the Gulf. The surf's always calm, making paddleboard yoga always popular.
Danza, do the treat.
But while you're focusing on your warrior pose, don't forget to read the sign.
I knew I would fall just being clumsy.
Of course, there's something else lurking in the water. Something that brings in tourists by the thousands.
As many as 43 to 45 million pounds of shrimp are processed here each year in Alabama.
Every year, for 4 days, some 250,000 people hit the Gulf Shores to channel their inner gump.
You can get shrimp fried, grilled, you can get shrimp broiled, you can get shrimp in a biscuit, you can get shrimp in a pie.
Shrimp Festival is a seafood destination.
Oh no! Shrimp on the ground.
For the truly shrimp-obsessed, you can jump a boat and see firsthand how the crustaceans are caught.
It's amazing how much people enjoy the process of shrimping. During an average pull, we'll get 5 to 10 gallons of shrimp per hour.
So how will we be shrimping today?
Amanda and Danza are game for a little lesson in shrimping.
Is there a G on the end? Is it shrimping or is it shrimping?
But if they're hoping to catch tonight's dinner,
I hope that they are up for getting a little dirty. Okay?
Gloves for this.
Oh, come on.
I got one in hand.
it could be a long day.
Who's ready to get dirty?
Me.
Off the coast of Alabama's Gulf Shores,
Oh gosh.
Amanda and Danza have traded the boardwalk for a shrimp boat. After just a half hour, the first-timers are hauling in dinner.
Yeah. Very nice.
Which one was this one?
White shrimp,
White shrimp,
royal red.
royal red.
Royal reds are, to most people, the creme de la creme of shrimp. They taste a little more sweet and more like a crab. This is a brown shrimp or a hopper, and he'll jump out of your hand, so watch him.
So that's cool.
Brown shrimp have a little more of a seafood taste.
And we got a fish. I have no idea. What is it?
Spanish mackerel.
Spanish what?
Spanish mackerel. Give him a kiss. He's got a lot of teeth. It's like kissing someone with braces. Be careful.
We'll blame that on the sun and a long day of shrimping.
Actually, it was a lot harder than I expected, but we got this. We did it. Boom.
Nice job. Y'all rock.
We're stripping down to our suits for the best bikinis and boardwalks on Earth. From the Gulf Shores, it's time to go south of the border and swim with the fishes.
It's like a giant fishbowl, but you get in there, and there's like little caves and fish swimming all over.
We're on the island of Cozumel, 12 miles off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
It is just ocean and clear skies, and it is just insane out here.
It's also home to the second largest coral reef on the planet. The crystal clear waters are world famous and a magnet for beginner divers too.
I'm underwater and they told me to take short breaths and I'm taking deep breaths and they told me to calm down and I'm panicking. But you know, once I calmed down, I got to see a barracuda and I guess that's pretty awesome. So I mean, it was like this big. So good, man. That's a blast.
If there's one thing Cozumel's known for more than scuba, it's cruise ships. The Punta Langosta Pier is the busiest port on Earth. Dozens of ships come in every week, and the groups aboard them know the best spots in town.
We are at No Name Bar, crew hangout spot in Cozumel, Mexico.
It's never non-crazy at No Name Bar. Everything's kind of happening. It's lively, the music's pumping, the drinks are flowing.
I have no idea why I've got here, but it's good.
And we have people to help us back to the ships when we need to be back on.
What more can you ask for?
And while some in Cozumel party till it hurts, 2,500 athletes have hit the island to swim, cycle, and marathon their way through the Ironman.
The people of Cozumel make it so special. You feel like a rock star.
Among the competitors is Lainey Hay. For her, the race is redemption.
When I was in the Navy, I lived in Hawaii, and I was training for an Ironman triathlon, and it was canceled the day before the race. So this thing has been hanging over my head for 15 years.
It'll take Lainey a grueling 15 hours, 39 minutes, and 30 seconds to finish. And she'll celebrate with an Ironman tradition.
It's this cult following within Ironman athletes that get this M tattoo. That's how you know when people are real Ironmen, is they've got that tattoo.
But we have a better idea.
I love this place.
It's a secret beach hideaway, far from the tourists of Cozumel. On the island of Cozumel, where the cruise boats arrive in record numbers, you can party with the crowds.
Life's short, right?
Or escape to a hidden beach.
This is where we come to have fun. That only local girls and boys know.
Laura and Regina have brought us to Punta Sur, a private beach at the southernmost tip of Cozumel. The sand here stretches for nearly 2 miles, but it's the natural pools tucked in the rocks that make this the local secret worth sharing.
I love this place. Really, I love it.
And it's a beautiful place to be. Very relaxing.
We're just one stop away from the hottest boardwalk in bikinis on Earth. But first, the beach that gets bonus points for going full throttle with the world's fastest boats.
It's racing. It's basic brute racing.
It's just a little too scary for me out there. 180, that's borderline dangerous for me.
We're on the west side of the Sunshine State in the twin cities of Clearwater and St. Pete. It's home to 26 miles of powder-soft white sand and a wrestling titan.
Clearwater Beach is the best in the world, brother.
But let's get back to the race, called the Superboat National. There are 28 boats, worth more than $1 million each, muscling their way around a 4-mile course. For a total of 74 miles.
This is the top of the food chain as far as offshore powerboat racing.
You got boats that are rubbing paint, taking off fiberglass.
And if you're the Qatar 96, today's favorite, you're running on twin helicopter turbine engines with a combined 3,400 horses.
Which use an awful lot of fuel. So we burn 2.5 gallons per motor per minute. And we're out there for almost an hour, so.
Rather get your thrills on land?
Give it up for Kristen! Kristen!
Get stateside for the Miss Clearwater Bikini Contest.
Hottest girls in the world.
Debbie, Corey, Taylor, Aisha from Tampa. All the ladies up on the stage right here.
The winner takes home a trophy and $500.
One of these ladies is going to take home this fine trophy right here and $500 cash. Give it up for Taylor.
Or take a step back in time at the historic Don Cesar on St. Pete Beach.
It's the giant pink hotel. It looks like a birthday cake.
When the Don Cesar first opened in 1928, it was the place to be and be seen.
Among the guests were presidents, gangsters, and movie stars. And when the Yankees wanted a warm place to practice,
they signed a 3-year contract with the hotel. And it really sparked the development of spring training and the baseball season here in the Tampa-St. Pete area.
Nearly 90 years later, the Pink Palace is still the place to be. When you're taking a break from the bikinis, boats, and boardwalk. If the dream is a beach far from the beaten path, our final stop is pure nirvana.
These are some of the most beautiful beaches I've seen, and I've traveled a lot of places in the world. It's not something you can access by car.
There's no road, no way in, except by boat. If you want to come here, you gotta pony up $3 and ride what locals call a longtail.
As you pull in and the motor goes off, you just feel really peaceful, like you're never gonna see anything else like this. It's total paradise.
We're in southwest Thailand, on the Railay Peninsula and the rocky shores of Railay Beach. It could be the most exotic bikini spot on Earth, with walls of limestone towering 400 feet above the sand.
I've just never seen such tall rock formations surrounding a beach. They're just so dramatic, so tall, plus these gigantic stalactites that could be falling on you at any second.
For the adrenaline-starved, the vertical cliffs are a giant playground.
All right, guys, be careful. It's a bit of a rickety ladder here.
Coming through the cave to look on the other side is such a different perspective.
Be careful. All right, guys. A couple more ladders over there.
It takes about a half hour to climb up, in, and through the cliffs. Along the way, you're scaling nearly a dozen different ladders and rock faces before the big payoff.
Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
You get to the top and the light coming through, it just blows you away. See the reef, the water is so clear. It totally pays off. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You get everything in one picture here.
Want a payoff that's literally death-defying? Follow Will and Gustavo to the #3 base jump in the world.
Getting up to the exit point is quite a task, actually. There's roots, vines, you're climbing over rocks.
So you really have to earn this jump. Have a good jump, man. It's crazy, man. I couldn't do that. All right, bro. You ready? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, see ya. The ground rush is very big, very quick. You're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past. You're just focusing on what's gonna happen in the next minute.
That was great.
Beautiful job.
Yeah, good job. Excellent. Yeah.
Yep, we saved the best for last in our Bikinis and Boardwalks quest. Railay Beach, a stretch of sand so remote, so absolutely beautiful, it's called Paradise Found.
We feel really lucky to be here. It's pretty awesome.